first episode of Lit and Rooted, where we keep it real about faith, life, and everything in between. Every Friday, we'll be giving you inspiring testimonies, the latest trends, and real conversations, what will help us stay lit in life and rooted in faith. Today, we'll be talking about something a lot of us can relate to, balancing work, studies, and serving in church. Life gets hectic and sometimes it feels like there just isn't enough hours in the day. But how do you juggle it all without burning out? Joining me today is someone who is doing exactly that, Mrs. Zikhona Niyokindi. So, she is a dedicated professional in social services with a deep passion of education. She serves as a part-time tutor. She is the manager of Destiny Connectors Language School and International Training, helping with languages and skills development. She is also the administrator of GRM Church, playing a key role in our faith community. And on top of that, she is currently studying project management, growing her leadership and organizational skills. So if you're trying to figure out how to balance it all, grab your favorite drink because this episode is for you. So let's get into it. Welcome, Ziki. So my first question for you today is, how do you manage your time effectively and what keeps you motivated to do it all?
I can say it's okay, I cannot give much information on that, but I can give you the most important key points. When it comes to managing time, I won't say you cannot manage your time because you will be busy with something and then all of a sudden you went over time. But what I would say is that once you have something like the core value or the core goal that you have in mind that you want to achieve, that will be basically your motto to keep you going, and also that's going to help you to organize your time. And also, which is my one-time favorite, is when you have planning in place. When I say planning, I say like, for example, you have a diary where you diarize your stuff. Nowadays, people use phones to diarize things on their calendar. There's so much of ways to do it, but as long as you have planning in place, that can be able to help you to manage your time and also to know what to do now. Because sometimes you have goals, right? But some goals can be reached now, and then some you can reach later on. So when you plan, you can actually plan, okay, and say, this one is actually very important, so I can start with it first, and then that one I can continue with later, because it's not that of an urgent goal that I want to reach now. So when it comes to managing time, it's not easy, but I must say it starts by waking up early in the morning, by having an active lifestyle, by having a healthy lifestyle, and also making sure you're getting that necessary oxygen, necessary vitamin D from outside, So you have to have all that in place in order to function, for you to be able to manage all of that. Nowadays, everybody burns out because they're not managing it. And also, there's no planning in place. So, yeah.
That was a lovely answer and was so true. So true. I know many youth who struggle with waking up early. I'm a victim. I struggle waking up. One thing about me, I'm not a morning person. So waking up early is definitely very, very difficult, and staying healthy because I'm more of a snack person than a foodie. So it's tough, but thank you so much. I feel like that's very valid and true information. So the second question I have for you today is, how has your faith influenced your career in social services and education?
So how has faith influenced my career? The company that I work for at the moment is a very much Christian-based company, and also, the people that we work with in communities, most of them are broken, most of them come from homes that is like upside down, and they have a lot of issues that is unresolved. So the faith side of it is really helping to regulate me so that I can be able to feel someone else's cup, you understand? So in my community where I work, basically it requires me to have a one-on-one relationship with someone. So basically I work with schools, right? But I do not work with the children. I basically work with the principals that actually So that way, when I'm in faith, right, and I pray every day, I read my Bible, I fill myself with the Word of God, that actually helps me to have an open mind for my day, and also to have an open mind for someone else's information to capture in my brain. So that way, it helps me to be able to process things, and also to be able to give a motivational answer, and also motivational word for someone that needed it at that moment. So that way, faith helps me a lot in that way. And I'm very much of a public person, so that helps me a lot. So yeah.
That's so lovely. Oh my goodness. You're so privileged actually to be in a business where it's Christian based, because I know that many companies these days it's not based on Christianity, you know, because they force to work Sundays and what. So thank you so much for that help. So the third question I have for you is, what has been your biggest challenge in juggling work, studies, and ministry, and how can you say that you overcome it? Yeah.
To be honest, I don't have a challenge that much because I've learned from a young age already to take life on as a big challenge, because I didn't really have a mommy that was like right on my side to say, Michelle, what you're doing is not right, do it this way. So basically, I fought life from the age of 14. So yeah. So as for me, I didn't really have that much of a challenge, but my challenge at first was how to manage my time. That's when I met these people that came to our school, and then they spoke to us about planning and things like that. You know, I'm very much orchestrated to one side, you know. Like when I do things, I like to do things perfect. If it's not perfect, then I get crazy. So that's when I met those people, and then I was like, okay, I see. Let me implement that in my life. And then ever since I did that, it has actually helped me. And then I didn't have any challenges so far. And so far, I'm doing good still.
That's so lovely to hear. Thank you so much. For me, some of us are still struggling with this one thing. Not even much yet. So it's so good to hear. And you're actually strong, because you know, some people like me, we get strength from like our parents who keep pushing us, and they taught us to be strong and to take on any single situation. So for you to do that on your own at 13, that's really powerful, and that's so wow. So the last question that I have for you today, Stanley, is what advice would you give to young people who are struggling to keep up with everything in life and still stay committed to their faith?
What advice I would give to young people? Okay, the youth back in my days and the youth of today is two different things. So what the youth values these days is far totally different. A lot of youth these days now, they like to be out there on social media, you know, they want to be seen, they want to be somebody. Whereas in my days, you were worried of whether you are really going to achieve what your parents told you to be. And you know, you are under that pressure of just doing good all the time, just being the A student, just being the perfect daughter or the perfect son. Nowadays, it's totally different. It scares me sometimes. But the advice I would give the youth nowadays, I would say they should find meaningful relationships. When I mean by meaningful relationships, I mean by finding that particular group that has the same vision as you. Their vision might be different according to yours, but you both are doing the same thing, or your whole group is doing the same thing. But as long as they want to be someone in life, and when you leave this life, you want to be remembered as an icon, not just as an icon that doesn't like ball, partying with everyone. No. That's not how you want to be remembered. You want to be remembered as someone that was great, that made a change in the community, in this world, or even in someone else's life. It might not be a group, you know, a big group, you understand. But as long as you make a change in someone's life, and in that person is gonna go make a change in someone else's life. So for me, I would say to find meaningful relationships. I'm not talking about boyfriend and girlfriend type of a relationship. No. That's not what I'm talking about. That will come when you mature enough. But when I say meaningful relationships, it must be a relationship where you say, these people are actually pushing me to be where I want to be. They're actually pushing my goals, and they're always going to keep me accountable for it. Because I might say something now, and then later on you find me doing something else. Then the group will come and say, you said you were going to do this, what are you doing now? You understand? So it must be that type of relationship you must have, you understand? So, and the other thing is to have a goal-driven mind. You understand? You must have your goals written down somewhere. Because when you proclaim what you want, it's somewhere there in the air. No one else sees it. And you also, you don't see it and you might forget about it. So you have to have it dotted down. And you must give yourself a timeline. And then also, lastly, is to have a faith behind you. Without that, you're not going to work. Nothing's going to work. You have to have faith behind your name. Without that God above, everything else will fail. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, oh my goodness, she said so much. Like, oh, but everything she said is so true. Like, it amazes me. She's so right, especially about like getting meaningful relationships. Like, it's so true. I even saw this reel on TikTok where it's like, get friends that look more like your future than like your past. It's so crazy how your friends influence you so much. Like, you would have, like, if you have friends that all the time will let you do whatever you want, and they'll be like, no, it's okay. If you just like skip a class, like, it's okay if you do this, it's not too bad. Like, we only live once.
That's so true. Can I just add something quickly? They say nobody is a saying that goes, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
That one hit hard, you know, like, it was, who was it that told me? I think it was my sister. Please, she's also that motivational speaker. Yeah, she told me that, and it's so crazy how it's so true. Like, your friends, you don't realize how much your friends influence you until like you've gone down. Like, it's really so true. Like, having meaningful friends will really push you, even in faith. So even having friends that are also not Christian, they're gonna push you away from going to church. You can be like, yeah, it's fine with my friends. It's fine if they don't go to church. I still go to church. But eventually they'll be like, come party with me on Sunday, and you'll be like, no, it's just one Sunday, and then it'll become every Sunday. So having meaningful friends and friends that are having the same faith as you is very important. Even keeping faith in God, like, having faith will really push you to do so many things. Like, also you said with the goal thing, you are so right about that. Like, me as a person, sometimes I'm very forgetful, so not writing down things will also, it's a problem. So I think it's also very important to write down your goals, because you will forget. Whether you like it or not, you will forget. You can be like, oh, I remember everything, don't worry. And your prayer, even your prayer points, write it down, and setting a time to do it is so important. Like, because you'll be like, yeah, I'll do it next week, then it's done. So thank you so much for this wonderful conversation that we just had. This was such an inspiring conversation. Like, I've learned so much, and you really said the truth. Like, this was amazing. I hope you all learned so much from today. I hope you loved this episode, and I'm sure this can go with everyone's situation right now, because no one's perfect, and I know all we do in Christian now is going through so many problems. So, and that's all for today. So don't forget to keep up with all the episodes that we have every Friday. Lit and Rooted drops every single Friday, so stay tuned for the real talks, testimonies, and the latest trends. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And that's all